Welcome, and hello. This is Total Spotfest. Still in the pumpkin patch here. That is Austin Reddick down there amongst the jack-o'-lanterns. Jamie Faulkner. I am JJ Brownlee. Hello and welcome, and hello. Thank you guys for joining us here on a very awkward Tuesday edition. It just feels off. I mean, my week's now all screwed up. Like my brain is not going to brain anymore this week, Jamie. Austin is just going to be it's all messed up. Thanks, NHL. No,
yeah.
Really, thank you.
Yeah. Like Wednesday night's perfect because like once we're done with the show Wednesday night, I'm coasting towards the weekend.
Right.
Now I still got a lot of week ahead of me.
Yeah, we're on the downward slope of the week after the show, and I always look forward to the rest of the week.
Right.
Usually my Wednesdays suck, and
yeah, and I have really Thursdays off, so I have Wednesday, and then I get can hang out, and chill after the show, and I got to worry about work the next day, and then weekend. No. But we thank you guys for joining us here. If this is your first time, hello and welcome. You can join us usually Wednesday. We go about a half hour live, give or take, after Dynamite, whenever that may be. Obviously, as you can see, if you hit the subscribe, you can subscribe down below, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll be notified when we go live. So when we have these, off nights, you will know. Also, give us a big thumbs up while you're down there. It helps us out quite a bit. Oh, boys, how's your week been?
Early, I don't know yet.
The week's just begun. It is
too early in the week to make a call on it.
I will tell you this. It was freaking beautiful today after the rain left. Finally felt like fall. Yeah. It was just, oh my God, I was in so much heaven. It was just, thank you. It's middle of October almost. Let's get rid of 90 degrees. Let's, X that shit.
Yeah, I'm ready for like chilly weather. And he's dropping another like 20 degrees.
Hoodie. Just like hoodie weather.
Yeah. Actually, I put on a vest at work today, just not because I was cold, but just because it was a little bit brisk, and I'm like, fuck it. I want to feel it. Chili, beans or incorrect?
Depends on the application.
Because I know you a lot of time in Texas. That's why I'm throwing it at you there, Austin. Because Texans try to do the whole no bean thing, and I'm just like,
yeah, like that's like they're just missing out intentionally. Like if chili is the main thing you're eating, hell yeah, let's put some beans in there. If you're putting it on like a hot dog or on like nachos or Frito pie or something like that, then no beans is probably the way to go. But the answer is yes. Just give me some chili. Beans, no beans, like it's all great.
Jamie?
I mean, if you're putting beans on or if you're putting chili on top of anything, no beans.
Period. I'm with you. I'm with you. Exactly. Like a coney dog. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. But if I'm having just a bowl of chili, I want the beans because they're filling. And it's a source of protein.
Give me all those beans. I love me some beans.
And that way I can get fat and feel like I'm eating healthy all the
time. It's a twofer. Well, you guys let us know in the chat if you're pro bean or anti bean in chili, but we're gonna get right into it. Being that our week is already screwed up enough.
Let's just go.
Let's just go. So we got two. First of all,
that was a solid joke.
First of all. You're good. It was a pretty solid joke. All right. 2.5-ish hours of Dynamite. Next week we have 3 hours of Dynamite, which unfortunately
in Kansas City, which I don't even know if we're going.
I don't think we're going.
I missed the announcement that it was 3 hours next week.
Oh no,
that seems like a lot.
They announced it. I saw it like during the main event. They brought up and said next week is going to be 3 hours. Because they're doing the Saturday afternoon pay-per-view again. So
so it's taking Collision spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be all on one night. Yep. And
can we tape it and air a Friday night special or something? Like break it up.
I mean,
for all of us. No, well, Collision. Oh yeah, it's right after is an hour of Collision. That's right.
Yep. Yep.
Like, I'm sure it'll be
So
good too, but this is too many long episodes in a row.
I just you're
It's a weeknight. Come on.
you're flirting with the whole like 3 hour Raw debate all over again, right? Every Dynamite runs long, right? Annoyingly for me because it's no longer it's a special thing. It's just like we're staying with it till it. Okay, all right, or whatever, right? So they all run long anyway. And then you're throwing in the more than occasional 2.5 hour show like tonight. Now you got way too many times you're doing this like 3 hour sort of double show in a row thing. I mean, he's pushing hard to make it 3 hours. That's what it feels like.
He said he never wanted to do it, but here we are.
I know, Jamie, right?
Here we are.
Well, here we are.
So I think it has more to do with like live TV is something networks need because that's what people actually tune in to watch. And I think it's one of those things with the network, if they're going to lose 2 hours on a Saturday night, they're like, well, give us an extra hour on Wednesday because it still brings in good enough ratings that we can sell better advertising there. So I don't know if it's going to be a permanent 3 hour thing eventually, as much as anytime there isn't a collision, there will just be extra Dynamite.
Let me pose this question to you, boys. Dynamite moves to 3 hours, but you're guaranteed to have 3 women's matches on it for if it's 3 hours. Yes or no?
Yes.
No.
Also no.
Oh, okay.
Like, give me 3 women's matches on a 2 hour Dynamite when there's like, give me reasons for them. Like, have it a story thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just had last week the intergender match in the main. You could have 2 other women's matches. Maybe they even did. I don't know. Week to week, like it gets hard to remember exactly. But 3 hours is just too long for a weeknight. Every single week. Like I'll casually put on Monday Night Football for 3 hours while I'm playing video games or something. But there's not much like I really want to sit down for 3 straight hours for a weeknight. It's too much of investment.
Okay. I'm with you there. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna watch it no matter what. You know.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I feel like if they're moving into 3 hours, which it feels like the inevitability, it's gonna be 3 hours of good wrestling, and there's gonna be a lot more opportunity for more storylines in there. Would I prefer them not to do that? Yes. And I think because not only for our sanity and everybody else's, but I think you lose some of the speciality of it too, right? If you're doing it so often, it's no longer a special 3 hour show, right? Like when they pulled it out every blue in the moon, right? You know, it's like, oh my God. And it was like a pay-per-view you saw live on TV for 3 hours, right? Cool. And then you're getting closer and closer to doing that every week, and it loses its speciality. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, if you are going to add a 3rd hour, put it on the front end.
Yeah.
Start at 6.
Start at 6.
Start at 6 and at 9.
Okay.
Raw just moved to 6 on Mondays.
It's not a bad idea.
I'm for that. I am 100% for that.
Well, we are a week and a half away from Wrestle Dream. Yes, Jamie's going to be front row. We know. Okay. And Jamie's kind of throwing the lead out there at you because this show, being 2.5+ hours, had 1 women's match, a women's video package, which was whatever, and half of a promo. So it doesn't look, I told Jamie, doesn't look like you're going to be getting those tag team titles at Wrestle Dream.
Maybe the first match.
I'm just giving myself a stamp.
Or there's going to be a multi-woman match that they'll announce at the last minute.
Preferably the inaugural match, like they'll announce it on Wednesday in Kansas City that the very first match will be Penelope or the Gods or whatever they're calling themselves. I don't know what they're calling themselves versus Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale.
How long is it till Full Gear from Wrestle Dream? Do you know when Full Gear is?
Give or take a month. It's sometime in November.
November 22nd.
I feel very strongly that this is a Full Gear thing. And I've said that from the jump too, and you guys try to break my beak for it. But I feel like this is a Full Gear thing for sure, right? Maybe they do the first match at the pay-per-view, maybe not. I think more likely they start the tournament the following Wednesday. That's what it feels like to me. Although in the middle of all this, you do have blood and guts somewhere, and you're gonna have a women's blood and guts match.
Yeah. It's real weird that they announced them a few weeks ago and have not provided any further information yet.
Nothing.
Really weird, right? It is just really weird that they did this.
No, they've had a single promo about Mercedes Moné talking about how she wants that to be her 10th belt, and Harley Cameron and Puppet that's the extent of tag teamness we've talked about. That's
the most we got was a Nar from Mercedes. Nar.
That's all right.
The most we got.
What we are getting at Wrestle Dream is a banger main event between Hangman Adam Page and Samoa Joe. And the show starts off Title Tuesday, homecoming in Jacksonville. Hope I didn't leave any sour taste in your mouth, Jamie, from the night before. But we have Joe and Hanger begin the show with a little spout off. And you can see Hangman's progression as a talker by far. But my God, Joe is so God bless you, Joe. I mean, Mount Rushmore of talkers. I want to go back. I want to put him on everyone. I don't care anymore. He's it.
He only gets better with age too. Because Samoa Joe was always fine talking, but I feel like up until maybe his NXT run, but even in the main roster, he didn't get to talk much. But in his AEW run, kind of like Christian. Christian was always very good on the mic as well. But the two of them have become just all-time great talkers in their AEW runs.
Through the freaking moon.
I don't know if I'd ever put Joe. I love Joe. I do. I think he's a great talker. But I don't think he'll ever make the Mount Rushmore. I think
he's one of, if not the most believable promo of all time.
Yeah, I will say that. I'll give you that. He is. I know I always do the voice, but he's Jake the Snake style, level for me.
Okay.
Guys who could always bring it on the mic, but will never knock your socks off with some of the crazy shit that comes out of their mouth, but it's always just on point. Always.
I feel like that consistency is the reason I would, argue for him to be up there in that league, right? You've got the Ric Flairs and stuff like that in the world, right? Okay, there's that. But look amongst them all. Yeah, I think
to your point, he's not on the Mount Rushmore, but he's tier 2.
Okay. You're putting him close. You're putting him on the backside, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I would disagree that he's like Jake Roberts. Jake Roberts never made anyone laugh. And Joe will occasionally just sneak in a line that pops you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Joe is just so naturally cool, but also just believable at the same time. No matter what he's saying, you believe him. You want to see that happen. Because most times it's just Joe beating a man's ass, which is always a good time. But I would definitely put him above Jake Roberts because he has a little more range.
Here's the ironic thing with Joe too. I think Joe's mic skills got better through the pandemic because I remember like during the pandemic, that's when Up Up Down Down was going through all their stuff, right? So all the wrestlers were stuck at home and they couldn't do anything, right? You know, so they all were hanging out with Xavier Woods online, right? And they had made these characters and did all this stuff. And Joe, some of the stuff is just like you see him like. You're watching him like do these crazy bits on this video game YouTube channel, and it's like, holy hell, this man is going to town here, right? You know, you see him work on his promo skills on this fucking YouTube channel. So I don't know, the fuck.
It's top tier 2. I'll give you that.
Okay, touche. Conglomeration had a real quick promo. I feel. Conglomeration feels a little forced now, but I do love the whole Roddy not buying in but still hanging around thing, right? You know, I don't know. I think they're trying to play both sides of the coin on, you know, potentially Adam Cole returning when they need to just do something with Roddy and Kyle definitively, and if Adam Cole does return, approach it at that time, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
it just feels like a leftover joke they keep doing with the conglomeration. It's just okay. I don't know.
So I feel like the conglomeration, it's very like low effort. I think it's intended to be. It's I think the people in it save it because it's the perfect group of like weird baby faces that would be like, well, you've got Death Riders, you've got Don Callis family. Maybe we should just kind of look out for each other a bit. So it works as a storytelling device just to get matches put together in point A to point B, and with as many tag matches they do, just having some kind of familiarity with the group of people. But yeah, the Roddy and Kyle, like Roddy just being part of the conglomeration is weird. Like he doesn't fit.
Roddy is my spirit animal when the conglomeration comes on. Because he doesn't want to be there and he doesn't care. And I don't want to be there and I don't care. Like literally, I'm like, you don't need this.
No.
I think you've done a good enough job with Briscoe being on his own. Orange Cassidy he just needs some backup on occasion. And you have the Paragon, worst name ever, you know, doing their own thing. And then you like Tomohiro Ishii, dude, it's fine. He can hang with anybody and it's believable. So that's my.
And then it's like some people, it's holograms part of the conglomeration, and just whatever, you know. You do lead that into Tomohiro Ishii fighting Jon Moxley, okay? And this was an Ishii versus Moxley match. I mean, there's not a lot of hiding here. This is what you're getting. Bam! Here you go. All right.
It was great.
Yeah, like this was fun. This is exactly what you'd want out of a match between those two, and a nice little just match to throw on the show.
I mean, there were 7 matches tonight, and one of them was it was a squash-ish, but it was for a very specific reason. Other than that, though, I mean, every match was solid. I can't really think of a match that I was like, meh, swing and a miss, you know?
I also don't remember the last time there was a dud on Dynamite. Just to be honest with you.
It was just a good night of wrestling.
I mean, everything here was real good. Young Bucks, of course, do a little promo after Moxley gets the win. Bucks do a little promo. They're knocking on TK's door because they need money. They need a money match, right? I love the broke Bucks. I love this shtick, right? You know, and then you get the video package between Statlander and the Tony Storm. I am a little bit saddened out that they are doing so much to build these two on Collision, and I get it. You got 2 shows to support. You can't put everything on one show. I know. But their little like back and forth promo when they were lying down head to head to each other last week was fucking glorious. Did you guys see that?
I did. I actually did not care for it. Like in a vacuum, it was good. It was different and all that. My problem is they're kind of making Chris Statlander do Tony Storm when she just won the title. Like, let's get more of her just being her, and let's just get her as a character a little bit more over, because she's still kind of like ambiguous as to what she is. Besides, that's just Chris Statlander. She's been here. She was an alien for a while and has a hard time making friends. But like, I would have liked something a little bit more driven by Statlander since she's the champ.
But that's the problem, Jamie. That is her. That is her character. It's
The biggest problem with Chris Statlander, and we've said it multiple times on the show, she doesn't have an identity. She's just a really good worker.
It's just her.
A really, really good worker, and she doesn't have bad matches. And she's tried to have personality, and every now and again she'll find something. It's like, go with that, and then she just pivots really hard. It's like, people love that part of you when you're doing that. Why did you stop? And I think that's the whole thing. I think she is a transitional champion. I don't think she's gonna drop it at Wrestle Dream. I don't. I think she'll drop it at Full Gear. I think they'll give her 2 months.
Okay.
But because I think that plays more into Tony's story and not that story. In all reality, I think that's why. But yeah, I love Chris Statlander. I think we all know that. I think all of us love her. She's just boring.
The best that Statlander has always been has been when she's had something, right? The whole thing with Stokely was fantastic, right? That was way too short-lived. You guys eventually got on board with my hype train of her doing the whole Death Rider thing, right? And they blew past every stop to get off that train. And now if they do it, it's going to feel like it's just too little too late, you know? There is
like the Death Rider thing.
There's no end game with this. There's really not, because
they could. I mean, I kind of hope they do circle back to the Death Rider thing, because if that like match last week was just the end of Statlander teasing joining the Death Riders, that's just again cutting something else off at the knees, just like they did with the Stokely thing, which would have been great. I think if Stokely was still with Statlander and we had a heel Statlander with Stokely and versus Tony for the title, I feel like that's way more interesting than babyface Statlander versus babyface Tony.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
I mean, at some point, you need to buckle up and realize that what you can and can't do, right? And there's no shame in that. Some of the best characters in the world had a talk man in front of them, right? You can't have that out here on our own island. It's just not working. But we'll see what happens. I still love the promo. I thought it was fantastic. In my match of the night, and it wasn't even close, the Demand versus the Hurt Syndicate in a really silly street fight. I mean, the Hurt Syndicate came out in suits.
And sneakers. Suits and sneakers.
Suits and sneakers, right. Guys, got a little swag. You know, you gotta have a little swag there. This was really good. Bishop Khan looked fantastic in this, by the way. He has really gone leaps and bounds, you know. So, but I loved every second of this. Unsurprising. I know.
I mean, this was just fun. It's what a pro wrestling TV street fight should be. And they just nailed it.
And my favorite part, I popped so hard when I saw Ricochet hiding behind the chair on the outside, or behind my table on the outside. Like was it Bobby Lashley and Toa Leona, like they're going at it, you know, and like he's just sitting there with his head popped out, like, what's going on, guys? What's going on? And, like, shit just got me so good. Like the whole match was solid. So fun. It wasn't a great match. Like it wasn't like knock your socks off again, but it was like exactly what it needed to be at Daly's Place.
It felt like the quintessential Daly's Place match.
Yes.
You know, absolutely.
Brought back memories.
I mean, think about it. They even hinted at it quite a bit because they rarely do Daly's Place anymore, right? And Daly's Place is getting ready because of the Jaguars' whole like renovation they're doing. Is they're actually going to like redo the entire thing. I think they're going to like completely like gut it or whatever and redo all of Daly's Place along with that because they're, you know, so. But man, think about and they talked about it quite a bit tonight. You know, the memories of the pandemic, but then just all the great stuff we got to see at Daly's Place, dude. It's crazy. All right, Don Callis family, quick little promo, okay, and then you get into Jurassic Express's first real match in 3 years, roughly, against local talent. I have no idea who he was up against.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. You had Jungle Jack Perry. Thoughts on Jungle Jack Perry? We good with that?
I saw a tweet earlier that just said Jim Ross is one, and it was them calling him Jungle Jack Perry because that's what Jim Ross used to call him all the time.
All the time.
I'm here
It's
for
a
it.
nice change. He doesn't need to be a Jungle Boy anymore.
No. And Jungle
He's
Man.
a Jungle Man.
Jungle Man feels a little much. Okay, he struggled so hard with calling him Jungle Boy. So hard.
Hey, he's Dan and Jay. He's the Jungle Man.
Yeah, that's true, man. Jurassic Express gets a victory. Young Bucks they stole some seats next to some kids in the crowd, and of course, so they come out, beat up.
They didn't steal seats, they bought tickets because they sold sneakers.
Oh, that's right. They sold some of their sneakers. Okay. Touche. Again, so they come out, beat up Jurassic Express, and they lay the challenge for Jurassic Express Young Bucks at Wrestle Dream. Yes, Jamie, you get to see it. I know. Unsurprising, this match, Austin. Really, I mean,
Yeah.
it was gonna happen. Just make the.
It's where this was building to.
100%.
Death Rider's quick promo discussing what is a win and what is a loss. Sure. Okay.
Losers.
They're all losers. They're growing, not at an NWO level, but just watching this promo gave me some flashbacks to some NWO balloonage memories from days gone by. No? Is that just me?
A little bit.
I ain't
Jamie,
get it.
Jamie's
I-
not? Okay.
I got more of the TNA Prime main eventers or whatever the hell they call themselves.
Oh, the main event mafia.
Yeah, I got more of that vibe.
Okay. Kyle versus Kyle 2.
Kyle
Dude.
won.
Good. I mean, good money was on Kyle. If you're going for Kyle, you were smart. Okay.
Did y'all see
You're
Kyle
Kyle,
Fletcher's promo from Collision? Where he starts off just by going, Kyle versus Kyle 2. Why am I Kyle 2? I'm older than him.
I did like how Don Callis also like to point out that, you know, Kyle O'Reilly, you know, wanted to be wants to is so infatuated with Kyle Fletcher, he even was named after him, you know.
It's so good.
It was a good match. I mean, it was about, we've seen this before, like literally about a month ago, right? Exact same match, but it was still, hey,
Yeah.
run back the good stuff every once in a while. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm just glad it was Title Tuesday and 2 titles got defended. Unlike when
And
they
we
did
got
that Battle of the
TD.
Belts and no titles got defended.
And then but you know, we did happen to get Kyle, Shawn Michaels, Fletcher on our TV, so that's all that matters.
There is that.
The
Indeed.
ascension is crazy. How much? Here in a little bit, man. He's gonna end up with somebody like Sensational Sherry, and it's all over. He'll have a new Boy Toy style song, and there you go. It'll be Sky Blue. It was Sky Blue.
He's gonna come out with his real life girlfriend, and yeah, okay. outside of Jamie's fantasy, back to reality world, they did announce Briscoe versus Fletcher at Wrestle Dream. Shocker, right?
Yeah. That'll be good.
It's fine, They did make a little interesting fact there, because they had a little promo later on, right, with Don Callis and Kyle Fletcher, and I've beaten him twice, and Renee's like, well, he's beaten you twice too, right? So, yeah, this is the 5th time we're getting this match, so there you go.
Yeah, but I think this is good booking because Mark Briscoe just beat MJF at the last pay-per-view. So this is a good way to elevate Kyle Fletcher with a solid pay-per-view title defense without putting him in there with your other top guys that are doing other shit.
Briscoe's been on the path for the TNT title for a while. I mean, that's been the trajectory, whether he gets it or not, but it's been the trajectory for him to go after this particular belt. Are you ready, Jamie, for your one women's match of the night? Because Mercedes
I am ready for my one women's match of the night, even though there should have been two show, but
at least 2. Mercedes Moné puts her title up, right? And she wants to fight somebody from Florida. She wants to fight Florida woman. Okay? Enter Lacey Lane, formerly of NXT and WWE fame.
I didn't actually know who that was. My wife had to tell me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
she's in a tag team with
Casey
Yeah.
Catanzaro?
Casey Catanzaro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
She-
American
so,
American
like, she
Ninja
filled
Warrior
me in.
chick.
Yeah, once she filled me in, I was like, okay, I've heard of her, but like I didn't know who that was when like she entered and all that.
She was in, I want to say the second Mae Young Classic.
Yeah.
I think it's the second
And she was
one.
Casey. Her name was not. It was like Casey Lane or. I don't think
Yeah,
Lacey
it wasn't.
Lane, was
It wasn't Lacey Lane, of course not. It was something else. Because and then after that, they had a little singles run. They did, they were doing in NXT, and then eventually she teamed up with, because they were like best friends anyway. She teamed up with Casey Catanzaro, right? They were both shorter chicks, and they had the whole like rave shtick they did or whatever. But
Yeah.
and I think it was like something with a K because it made sense. But whatever. Lacey Lane, who's actually a good match physically to Mercedes Moné. Well, that was good.
Match.
Well, that was a good match.
Yeah. The match was good. It's just you're gonna have one women's match on the evening, but only one person that's on your roster. Like if you were gonna do that, I would have liked to see a bigger name on the other side of that match. I don't know who you could have got, but it's like, the one women's match. The match itself was good, but like did nothing story wise, didn't progress anything.
The
I
premise
was hoping they would have Izzy Moreno. Honestly, if they were gonna do nobody, like do Izzy Moreno, which would be a huge callback because that's Bailey's superfan Izzy from NXT, who's wrestling now.
Isn't she like
I was
16?
hoping it was going to be a returning Sheeta.
Oh, that would have been a baller too, because she just signed a multi-million-dollar deal or multi-year deal.
I believe she lives in Florida when she's in the States, so you could still do that.
Well, see, therein lies the crux with this whole like thing is like Mercedes is challenging the state of Florida to send her. She wants to be some, and I'm just like, immediately I'm like, who's Floridian? Like, yes, I know a lot of people live in. Well, a lot of people live in Florida, but who's billed from Florida? I couldn't even think about it. I'm just like, I don't. Who's a native Floridian, and who thinks about these things, right? It's like she goes to Kansas City next weekend. I want to be somebody from Missouri. Oh, okay. Sure. I don't know. It was a weird premise from the start. I always felt.
Yeah, but Izzy Moreno would have been such a cool callback.
But she's like
The
16.
super fan that cried. She's 18 now.
Is she 18?
She is a professional wrestler.
Oh, I've seen tweets online. She's doing wrestling, but I didn't know. I thought she was still like in high school and shit. So okay, whatever. After this, you had. It's weird because at one point in time, I definitely heard one of the announcers bill this as the main event. Definitely was not the last match of the night, but it was the Double Jeopardy Eliminator match between Takeshita and Okada and Brodito. And if anybody from Brodito pinned or got the victory, pinfall or submission on either of the two members of Don Callis' family, that gentleman would get a Continental title shot at Wrestle Dream. But if the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita, if they won, they would get a tag team title shot at Wrestle Dream. Are we all following along here with the longest complicated stipulation explanation there has ever been created?
I mean, it makes sense.
It does. It's just, yeah. I mean, you say it, you're like, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, this way, that way. Cool, right? But you got
It's a little wordy, but like it's more stakes on the match. It's a good storyline reason to do, so why not?
I like them doing this, Jamie, and I also like them because he's going to have 13 matches anyway, one way or another, right?
Yeah.
It's a good way to hide one of the titles so you don't have an unnecessary title match for every title on every pay-per-view. Okay?
Yeah.
I do like them doing that. Thoughts about this match? Because this match was fantastic too.
Yeah, this is the match I was looking forward to since they announced it last week.
It was my match.
It delivered.
Yeah.
And it delivered just enough without stepping on what they're going to do in St. Louis in 10 days. Like, it was a nice preview.
Well, Kyle's family gets the victory. You're going to see this rematch for the gold.
I am.
You're going to see it up front. Yes.
I get Okada's like from Vita to you right here.
Jamie, make sure you bring a change of pants, okay? Because he's going to need it.
Go where it depends.
Wait, get your man diaper on. Okay, all right. Rock some of them poise. I like the little bits that they're doing here as well too. Okada cutting off Takesha's entrance and just we all know where they're going. We know this, right? It's got to be a Full Gear. I feel like it's got to be a Full Gear. I don't know.
I think there's a non-zero chance Takeshita and Okada win the tag titles.
Yeah, they're not winning.
Because you could draw this out longer. They don't have to have a long run, but you could give them a pay-per-view or two before moving the tag titles on and then moving on. Like, because you
push
have
this off to Revolution.
You probably could push it off to Revolution. Like, you'll get the Continental Classic as well. I think most likely is you just end up with them in the finals of the Continental Classic, but I would love to see a short run of can they coexist Takeshita and Okada tag champs. I think that would be great.
They're like the same person. That's the best part about it. As a Japanese wrestling fan, like, dude, they are literally the same person.
Well, that's why it makes so much sense.
I know, and that's what makes this whole story great. But if they find a way to squeak it out, which would be, I think they're not winning, but if they did win, what you could do with this story, to your point, Austin, would be amazing. Just it would take what they did with Hanger and Omega towards the end and just put it on steroids. Like, literally, like, you could take it to some crazy ass level. But I think they're going to speed it up so we get them at Full Gear or at least at World's End.
I feel like that's the play, and I also feel like that ties in as well too, because I think the plan is you want to have Cope and Christian to get a title shot, right? And I feel like yes, you can put the belts on Takeshita and Okada, and their dissension can lead to them losing it to anybody. doesn't matter, right? I get that, right? But I feel it makes more sense. FTR take the belts off of Brodito, and then eventually you have Cope and Christian's triumphant return to get the belts off of FTR.
So I think the singles between Takeshita and Okada is probably happening at World's End because it makes more sense to be the finals of the Continental Classic.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do it there, giving them a month-long run as the tag champs and having them drop it at Full Gear to lead into that story of them in opposite brackets of the Continental Classic, that's good timing. It's good TV, and it makes a lot of sense. It covers the next month for you before you really start kicking off their singles feud.
Okay. Either way, you can't go wrong because it's Konosuke Takeshita and the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada.
I wouldn't be sad about Brodito retaining either because Brodito's awesome.
And to your point, the greatest tournament wrestler of all time, the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada, his passport name, going up against the most recent G1 Grand Prix champion, and Konosuke Takeshita.
Oh,
yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, don't bury that lead too. He's still got a date with that New Japan title coming up here.
I could see him winning. January. Like, just take that shit down, and then he could hold that over Okada's head that he's got that belt and he's just got that belt. You know, like, dude, come on now.
What I would love to see is for Takeshita to win that title, for the IWGP and the unified title to be on the line in Continental Classic with them in opposite brackets, and throw a few New Japan guys in there.
Oh.
Get Grotto or get Gatto. Yeah.
Like, you don't need a ton, but put Zack Sabre Jr. in there and like 2 other New Japan guys.
Yeah. ZSJ all the way.
Yeah. All right. So JB said it had a small orgasm, so we're gonna continue to go forward here. Yeah, a little back and forth promo. So you have Willow and Jet Speed, a little promo, shooting on FTR and Megan Bain, who is their chosen female combatant for their triple threat coming up this Saturday. And then, of course, you have FTR promo with Megan Bain and Penelope Ford. Okay. Yeah.
Top God's out.
Do y'all think the women's division would be better right now if Willow and Stat had switched places?
Yes.
There's
no pause here.
And I mean, Stat winning the title got a decent pop. I think Willow's would have been even bigger. But I think if you were going to have another babyface champion, I think Willow was the way to go.
I think Stat winning is good for Stat. It's good for everybody too. And I think Stat deserved to hold the title.
Yeah.
Right? Willow should be the face of your. I mean, Willow is so over, Jamie. She's her.
She oozes positivity. She talks about all the things that little girls struggle with, and talks about put a smile on your face. Like, she does all of that. She has arguably one of the most infectious personalities in all of TV,
and can still be violent.
Yeah. Like, infectious. Like, you just want to be around her. Like, she just seems like one of those people, and like, you can't teach that, in the words of Enzo Amore. And she is just, if she was champ right now, I would want her to have a year-long reign. Absolutely. Yeah. But I don't think she's the next women's champion. I think she's the next women's TBS champion. I want to see her take that belt.
That sounds more likely.
You've built up the TBS belt in a good way by having on Mercedes for so long, right? Yes, I know they basically have done this twice now, but I feel like Mercedes is a little different crowd than Cargill did. Okay. You got enough women going around this main picture. I mean, because you got Tekla in there, right, and everything like that. I think that that's a bigger payoff for Willow to beat Mercedes, but I also feel like Willow needs to have this women's world title around her waist sometime soonish. She should be the face of your women's division, because for all things Jamie just said.
Absolutely.
Are you guys ready to put a little respect on Mercedes Monday's name now?
I've been giving her props for a while.
Really good heel work, even in the ring where she's like almost losing and finds a way to pull it out instead of just out wrestling everybody.
Yeah, it has definitely gotten infinitely better than it was for the first like half of her AEW run.
I'm totally fine with her stuff. I mean, I feel like her character work is good enough as it is, right? That it doesn't need anything more to it. I do like the dynamic that she does with Carly Cameron. I know you don't want to see them back, but I feel like her and Harley as a tag team would be perfect. Brodito had a real.
If we ever get women's tag team tournament,
it's good. Hey, there were belts. We saw them. All right.
They do exist.
Quick little Brodito promo. Okay. And then into your main event, Orange Cassidy, Pac. Match we haven't seen in a very long time, but it was just as good as it was back then. My God. First of all, thoughts on Pac? Not just it. I mean, he's got the hair, right? He's got the haircut and all that. You know, he's been wearing clothes instead of just his, you know, his little trunks. But he's not even wrestling in trunks. He came out like a full, like, you know, long pants and a unitop. What are your thoughts on the new look Pac?
It's somehow extremely goofy, but absolutely works for him at the same time.
Because they're not like full on, like they go just to his knees and he's got socks down.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw that. They look like socks.
It's weird, yeah.
He wasn't wearing like full on long boys.
I mean,
but it kind of fits with the Death Riders gimmick of they're all just in like workout clothes or pants.
Yeah.
Like I think it's his version of that, and it works for him.
Well, I like the fact because it's like forever since he was Neville, we just only ever saw him in briefs and just briefs. Like I can't remember seeing him in NXT or even when he was on the main roster in WWE where anything other than just briefs. Can either of you?
No.
Just
He never even wore a Death Triangle shirt when he was in the Death Triangle.
Just shirtless at all times. Yeah, I know.
So
all times.
So it's weird because you're so ingrained with this picture of this man doing these things, and that's what he looks like. And now it's like somebody else almost doing it, but it's good. Yeah, both of them back in the ring is a great thing to have here. Match was great. And then you get Darby Allin interfering at the end and kind of steering that decision just a little bit there. Handcuffs Pac or leg cuffs Pac to the guardrail, and then almost causes a count out, which leads to Orange getting the victory. Out come the Death Riders, and Darby's got a bag. Bag's got mace in it, a little stun gun thing, and then he pulls out a fucking Molotov cocktail, tries to burn the entire Daily's place down. Who wants to go first? Give me your thoughts on Darby Allin's reign of anarchy in Daily's place and this match.
It's
Jamie cares not at all.
I think it's a miss overall.
You think?
It's weird. It's like the weapon he's brandishing seems to escalate each time, but nothing actually happens. He looks like Wile E. Coyote now, where he's just pulling out these devices that never work.
Next, I don't even want to talk about it.
You'll get to be the front row.
I can't wait to see him get his ass kicked for 95% of it and then find some way to make Moxley say I quit.
I mean,
So then they'll be tied up 1-1, and in the course of Full Gear, they're gonna do some crazy, like bamboo shoots into the eyeball match or some crazy bullshit, and then that's how it's gonna end. Like, it is going to be that.
I mean, a fucking Molotov cocktail. And he gets speared really well too by one of the security guards, and it's just, oh my god, dude. It's like, I mean, pull it out, and everybody in the crowd is like, really? A fucking,
Yeah.
like, where are you throwing this device used to set buildings on fire? What are you gonna do with this?
You absolutely couldn't do it in 2025, but they should have done the old Stone Cold Brian Pillman thing where he pulled out a gun, but it just had the little flag that says bang.
Oh, that's how you end Homecoming. Like I said, so next week's at Kansas City. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get go at all. Yeah, it kind of slipped through our cracks scheduling wise this time here, but we are gonna cover it. 3-hour show, and then next Saturday is the pay-per-view. We got pretty much well set up, right? So with the I Quit match, got your main event title pictures for both the men and the women. There's the tag title matches now. You got Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks. Yeah, I mean, there's still a couple holes out there. We don't know if they're going to do anything with Mercedes, right?
I feel like they absolutely have to.
I just, because you're not gonna. You got Joe in the main, so you're not gonna have anything trios related with the ops, and Shibata is still out. You're not doing the women's titles, tag titles, unless you start that in a week, which I feel like you're not going to.
I mean, yeah, they could just announce a match, but I think they said there is going to be a tournament, though.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be.
Yeah,
it's Tony Khan we're talking about here, guys.
It's real weird that we have not had any follow up on that.
Yeah, well, we'll find out more stuff to come. So, all right, it is October.
It is. F&A it is. When I say ch, you say ha ha ha. All right. Anyway, yeah. So to wrap that up, there's only 6 matches on the card this far.
I mean, we're about halfway through that card. There's going to be at least 10, 11.
With pre-show, yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and all of my non-binary friends, it is time for our spooky season moment of the night. And this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be in our own slasher movie. Yes, that's right. So last time we got to pick out our team for our zombie apocalypse, which I thought my team was superior. I think all of us would have survived, actually. All of our teams are pretty damn good. But we are now in a zombie, or we are in a slasher movie. Like Freddy, Jason, somebody's coming after us, right? It is us, and I'm going to name 3 other people. We have to figure out who's dying first, who's going to have the epic kill, like who's going to be killed like the most epic way, and who's going to be the final survivor, and then who's the dumb one. Pretty simple, like the one who makes all the wrong decisions, tells everybody to do the wrong things.
Okay.
So those are our 4 things we have to do. So it's us 3. Would be remiss if we didn't have other parts of this show on here. So my daughter, Megan Faulkner, your daddy, Heidi Effin Howitzer is going to be a part of this. And then just for gigs, Tommy Too Good.
Okay.
So
hold on a second.
that is our team with us too.
So we have 6 people. We have to determine
6 total
4
people.
things.
Yeah, 4 things. So 2 people are going to be, they'll die in some way, shape, or form.
2 people are just disposable.
Non-spectacular death.
Non-spectacular, just out of it.
Okay, so first to die. Who's the first one that's going to die? Who's going to die
Okay.
spectacularly? Who's the dumb one? Who's surviving?
Okay, first to die spectacularly, dumb one, and survivor.
Yes.
Okay.
The first to die is going to be Heidi Howitzer.
You think so?
She is loud and clumsy.
Really? I was thinking more JJ because of how loud he is.
I am not quiet.
You've been to wrestling shows with my wife.
I have. I have been to multiple with your wife.
I was okay. First to die. It's either gonna be me or Jamie. I'm thinking here. First to die. It's probably gonna be me. I'm not gonna lie.
See enough slasher movies, I feel like I could survive at least past the first kill.
The only reason I was
make it
thinking
to the end.
Jamie is because I think I could outrun him. I'm pretty sure I could outrun him.
Well, so what kind of slasher are we dealing with though? Like, is it just a guy with a knife? Is it something like Michael Myers where they seem to be unkillable? Like, what are we talking about here?
Well, I mean, we'll
Nondescript. Nondescript. Somebody's gonna.
Jason Voorhees style. They just keep coming. Inhuman. Have no stamina problems, and will fucking kill you.
Okay, because I was like, if it's Scream style, like I would beat both those nerds up, and we would just be out of there.
I mean, that's fair.
True. We're not targeting in though on a franchise. We're just saying there is a
But like,
slasher.
yeah, that keeps coming back.
Yeah. We can't be stopped. All right, so I'm gonna go with myself, even though I said I probably would trip Jamie to make sure he died first. I'm gonna go with Jamie then. No, fuck it. Yeah, I played dirty.
Okay, well, that's fine. Cool, because I was actually gonna pick myself on one coming up.
Okay, just fine.
All right, so the next one. Who's going to die spectacularly?
Heidi Howitzer. Yes.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I still got her going first though.
Have you seen this woman sell? I mean, come on. Yes.
I would say Jamie's gonna die spectacularly.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It would be something where he would just be standing there being like, wait, guys, just listen to me. I've seen every slasher movie there is. I know. And then all of a sudden something's gonna fucking impale him.
From the bottom up. Okay.
So I'm right there with you. I will be the one who dies spectacularly because I'm the one who thinks he knows everything about what we need to be doing. Like, guys, we got this. We got this. The next thing you know, like fucking harpoon right through the mouth.
No,
whatever.
You're gonna get decapitated. Your head's gonna roll down, and then those last few seconds before your brain realizes it, you'll say some quote from a horror movie, and then just die.
No. I'll go lion tamer. Just dead.
I got 2 words for you. I'm dead.
And there'll be like a slash where it cuts his head like clear across. He's still talking as half of his head slides off.
Oh no. Nope, I got my death. Whoever the slasher is puts me in a lion tamer and literally breaks my back in half. Literally breaks my back in half.
Yeah, but they're gonna do it where it's actually just a Boston crab instead of a lion tamer, just to spite you.
I'm sticking with mine. Because I'm going with Heidi Howitzer because she is going to. It was going to be the most overly dramatic death by far.
Okay. All right. Who's the dumb one, guys?
Tommy.
Oh, it's T2G. That's T2G.
Sorry, Tommy.
We I can't remember if I've told y'all the story or not. But we were all getting. He met us at the house to go drive Triple L. And we leave, and there's a Scooters around the corner. If you're not from the area, like it's just a chain coffee spot. And so we drive through, and we're like, yo, T2G, do you want anything? And he just looks at me and goes, do they have cold coffee? And I was like, oh, you sweet summer child. You know the little door.
Here's a Caramelicious and call it good, dude.
Yep. Do you have an answer besides
yeah, he would
Tommy?
definitely be the
I'm 100% going with Tommy, too. We love you, Tommy, but yeah.
So I honestly... because of how much I've watched one Heidi Howitzer wrestle, I honestly kind of thought she might be the dumb one to make like all the dumb decisions because we have watched her wrestle and make dumb decisions in matches. So, but I gotta go with our boy Tommy here. It's a clean sweep.
Sorry, Tommy.
Clean sweep for Tommy. All right, who's surviving? Who's our final girl or guy?
Now, stay with me on this, okay? Just stay with me for a second. This might shock you. Megan surviving.
Okay.
Because I think it's going to come down to Megan and Austin. And it's always a final girl. I'm sorry, Austin. It's always the final girl. Okay?
That's fair.
That's the trope. And you may just have a moment of chivalry where, you run, I got this, right?
For that
Probably
little
not.
shit, no way.
I mean, I wouldn't if I was you, 100%. I'm long dead. Me and Jamie we're goners. We're out of it. We're both out of it.
My back's broke. I'm dead as fuck.
Yeah, I died first. Fuck. I'm so loud. No, so I'm gonna say Megan.
Loud.
I will actually also go with Megan. I would say me based on the logic that I have beaten both you and Megan in fantasy football this year.
Hey.
So I seem to come out on top. But that being said, I feel like it would come down to me and Megan, and I'd be like, well, y'all are dead. TTG's dead. My wife's dead. I'll take one for the team. You get out of here.
Go live your life, child.
I hit her with the FWO for life.
Oh yeah,
and then
die the hero. That'd be sick.
I see, yeah, because I'd be the guy that gets a couple good shots in before I just get stabbed to death by whatever this monster is.
Yeah, Jamie.
Are you gonna be like the guy from Friday the 13th Part 8? Jason Takes Manhattan is trying to box him.
I have not seen that one yet.
You've never. I
have missed a good deal of the Friday the 13th.
So Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan is not scary by any stretch of the imagination, but it has arguably the number one kill of all time, and it has one of the best memes ever from it. So there's this guy, 90s kid, early 90s, like thought he was like some big badass boxer. He's on top of a roof with Jason Voorhees. He's like, all right, come on. So he's just punching the shit out of a hockey mask. First off,
I think I've seen this before, like just this clip.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, give me your best shot. He just boom once, and his head goes flying off and goes rolling off the building. Like, come the fuck off.
All right, Jamie, who's your final person?
We have to go with a clean sweep here, just because I know the rules of a final girl.
Final girl. It's always a final girl.
Last time I checked, Austin, you are not a girl.
Last time I checked, I was also not one.
Oh, I'm glad. State of Missouri checked too.
Okay.
All right. So that was our fun for the night. So next week I have a special one that I'm going to surprise you guys with. Okay. It is going to be another pick and choose type thing. But yes.
Okay.
I
like the more interactive nature of this year's theme, right?
Yeah.
A few years back, we did the whole list bit, which was a struggle bus for me, like fucking hard.
Same.
Oh, but
which, by the way, if you want a movie recommendation right now, go watch Together with James Franco or his little brother, or whatever. The small.
Oh, the one with him and Allison Brie.
Yes, so good. It is so good. It's pretty messed up, but in an excellent way. And then also the Monster Ed Gein is pretty solid too, if you have Netflix.
So there you go. All right, more spooky season coming up here. But yeah, after all this, horror movie talk, I think I need to get my brain right back into wrestling, because this is a wrestling podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
100%.
I need my brain right, but in order for me to do that, I need to put some knowledge into it, Jamie.
You need a stash of knowledge.
Fortunately, you've come to just the right place.
Give me the stash.
well-
Give me the stash.
We'll change gears from slasher monsters to another individual that for a good long while just was unstoppable. And we're gonna talk a little one Mr. John Cena today. We're gonna do a Fed related stash. Recently, and y'all might have seen it pop up on Instagram or Twitter, but someone posted an in-house promo from a SmackDown in 2002, and it's Matt Hardy when he was doing his V1 gimmick with very new John Cena. Actually, I think it's 2003 because John Cena was doing his rapping thing in it, but it was just a little promo that they showed in the arena, like during a commercial break or something.
Yeah.
But I saw that and it got me thinking. I missed most of early Cena. I tuned out for a while, had high school things going on, got back in about the time he beat JBL for the title and started his actual top guy run. So I went back and started watching from June 27th, 2002 on SmackDown, the debut of John Cena. And I've gotten 4 weeks deep, so I've seen a month of his early run. And I'll be damned if that might not be the best way they've ever introduced a babyface in WWE history. It is, first of all, these SmackDowns in general, as just an episode of wrestling TV, are all very solid. So early 2000 SmackDown, if you're looking for something to go back and watch at some point in time, not a bad way to go. But you have Cena show up week 1. We've all seen this before. He answers Kurt Angle's open challenge. Ruthless aggression, puts Kurt Angle on his ass. They have a phenomenal, just little 6-minute babyface heel match. Cena loses clean at the end, but everyone sees, oh, that's probably a pretty solid guy we should keep an eye on. Later in the night, there's a promo where a bunch of random babyfaces are congratulating him. The Undertaker walks up holding the Undisputed Championship and just shakes his hand and says, good job. So you're starting with a pretty early rub with John Cena. Week 2, shows up at the arena. Stacy Keibler walks up and says, hey, Vince McMahon wants to see you in his office. He's like, cool. So he walks in right in the middle of Jericho, who's a heel at the time, complaining to Vince McMahon about something. Jericho gets in his face and says, who the hell do you think you are? John Cena bitch slaps Chris Jericho, and a match is made for later in the evening, which John Cena loses after Jericho cheats. 2 weeks in, he's worked 2 top guys, getting some steam. Week 3, we get John Cena and The Undertaker versus Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho in a tag match. And then week 4, we get John Cena being pushed to the moon, just everyone talking about how great he is. And you have now established in 1 month of TV, this guy you've got to keep your eye on. And compared to what they do these days, where the weekly TV doesn't matter, it has been such a just jarring experience watching back when WWE was still good and they actually made their weekly TV watchable. Were either of y'all watching at the beginning of John Cena's run?
I was not watching at the very beginning, right? I became aware of John Cena because I started kind of dipping my. I was firmly in TNA world at that time, right? Firmly. I mean, it was because you're talking about post WCW, a little bit of a gap there. When I got back into wrestling, I just wasn't feeling WWE at all, so I just immediately just went straight to TNA, right? You know, I knew the name John Cena, but I really didn't start paying attention to him until I kind of started watching again. He was U.S. champion. This is spinner belt days, right? So it was near the end of his U.S. championship and the beginning of his world title runs. That's where I really, really started watching, becoming familiar with Cena.
I was flirty with it on occasion. I was an occasional watcher at that point. I really wasn't watching too hard then. The wife really wasn't into it then, and then I decided, like, I don't care what she likes, and then I started watching it again. I mean, I was starting to watch a little bit of TNA. I mean, that's when TNA started to kind of start going, was what, 2002, 2003?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I was just starting to really, like, get into that, which got me back into WWE at the time. Yeah, like I remember seeing the Ruthless Aggression, like when Ruthless Aggression first started, I was like, I don't know if I like this, and that's why I quit watching. And then literally 2 weeks later, John Cena's born, so it's like maybe I should have stuck around.
I'm gonna keep this train going and try and at least get through the first few months of Cena before we say sayonara to his wrestling career here in 6 weeks.
It's right.
Because it'll be much
Final
more
opponent.
enjoyable than what's currently going on over there, which
I know
has not been great.
Didn't they announce his final opponent?
I don't think WWE's announced it. I know it's been rumored that it's going to be Gunther. Like, people have been reporting that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put Gunther over on his way out.
Which, like, fine, but we've seen Cena lose on this run now. Like, it's not going to really matter.
Does Gunther need to go over? Is the thing, because I feel like Cena's gonna do the old school thing, put the man over on your way out, right? I feel like
see him also riding out on a high.
I feel if it was up to him, he would do that. I just get the feeling that he would, right?
Yeah,
He's been such a
but I don't
company.
think
He's been a
Gunther
company
needs-
man for so long, and he really is a wrestling fan at heart. But I also can see the other side of that coin for sure. Sorry, go ahead, Austin.
No, I mean, I think Cena's probably going to lose that match. I don't think Gunther really needs the rub of I retired John Cena, because we knew John Cena was retired. It's literally the dude's last match. Same thing. Okay, Gunther beat Goldberg, but Goldberg was old and he wasn't even that great a decade ago. It doesn't really do anything for Gunther.
That's my point. This man just had a world title, for God's sake.
Yeah, the business side says put Gunther over, right? Like, just put him over right off to the sunset, untie your boots or your Converse, whatever he's wearing, put him in the middle, walk off. Get your curtain call. I think that's probably the smart way to do it. But then I could also see Cena was like, I'll win it, go out on top.
Yeah.
I think they should have saved the AJ Styles match for his last one.
Agree.
I think that would be good.
Or if he was healthy, and I don't think he'll be back by then, Kevin Owens would have been a great one as well.
KO would have been
What about Kurt Angle?
No one needs to see Kurt Angle wrestle in 2025.
Stop. No.
Wheel him out there.
I think Kurt Angle would actually agree with that too. All right. Well, fantastic. It's great to have a stash back. What's also great to have back is a little bit of winning in fantasy football. Winning, Jamie, is when your team scores more points than the other team. Just so
I don't even know what that's like anymore.
just so you're
Hey,
aware.
you got to do it once this year.
Yeah, first week.
I mean, it's steadily down ever since then. I mean, you only lost by 47 points. You know, there's that. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it did suck that my starting quarterback is hurt. So that
True. And then of course, of all things, you've got. I mean, okay, we got to take a second back and just talk about what Tommy Too Good just decided to, out of nowhere, like, throw up all the points on the board. Just
he lucked out because he had a running back get hurt, and he just randomly picked up Rico Dowdle because he was available, and Rico Dowdle randomly popped off for 200 yards.
38.
It was a fluke.
9 points. Plus he had Sam Laporta. Plus he had CMC, who decided to show up finally, and Justin Fields. The irony of how bad the Jets are and how many points Justin Fields still puts up is astounding. It's just
I mean,
crazy.
Justin Fields has been a solid fantasy football quarterback for years. He's just a real life quarterback.
Real life quarterback, yeah. Yep. I, of course, beat the living shit out of your wife, who still had like 3 Bears in there, despite them
I
being
told
on
her
bye.
ahead of time that they were on bye that week, and she did not get around to swapping out her lineup.
She didn't really figure out what that meant, I feel, because, yeah. She had the Ravens defense and 2 Bears in there, and yeah.
Yes.
So I beat your wife like a redheaded stepchild.
Speaking of beating people's children,
please let's talk about beating people's children because man, well, this was beating people's children because you actually beat Jamie's wife.
oh, that's right. No, I didn't play Megan this week. That's right. I played your wife.
You played the different
Like, she
Faulkner.
scored a lot of points too, but you scored more. So like, it
I
was
did.
one of
I
those-
forgot
actually a good
because
match.
her team name is JJ's daddy's mommy, and I saw the JJ's daddy, and like just my mind went right to Megan.
That was Megan's title. That was her team name last year. Okay, she actually got the victory over SK. And SK again. I'm
Drew
just
Bug
looking.
hammered him.
He has some Bears playing as well, and then he has some people who definitely didn't play that were still in his lineup. But yeah, but yeah. Matt be living crap out of him. Where is Megan at? Oh no, oh right there.
beat
Yes, she beat you. That's right. We talked about this. Yes, your daughter just cleans your clock. It's okay, Jamie. You're.
When my tight end is one of my top scorers, it's a bad day.
I remember you. Hey man, you kind of beginning of the season. You're like, I really like my team, and then you told us afterwards. It's like that's always usually the cute kiss of death. And still, we're only 5 weeks in, and the good news. No matter what, gentlemen, because we do stupid things over here in our fantasy football league. Because guess who's in the playoffs?
All of us.
We're all in the
Every
playoffs.
last one of us.
So, all right. All right, more fantasy football next week. More wrestling next week. We'll be back on our regular night. I'll be a little late, but come check us out. Regular Bat Time, regular Bat Channel. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If this is your first time, hello. We'd love to see you back. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell icon. Know when we go live. It gives a thumbs up while you're down there. But we want to, thank you guys for giving us some of your time. Jamie, take us home, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down Total Spotfest, I got 4 words for you. JJ's gonna die first.
Agreed. Unless I trip Jamie. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Later.